Morning everyone, welcome to the IBPS prelims 2018 session on wrong number series. Now yesterday I was dealing with the concept of the missing number questions, of finding out the number that should come in the place of the question mark in the number series question, and I also explained to you what is the importance of number series questions. Right, number series questions, we have 5 questions in the prelims as well as the mains examination in the mathematics paper, right. So 5 marks is very important for you in the examination, where you have less time and there is the struggle to get the cutoff clear, both the sectional cutoff as well as overall cutoff. Okay. So if you are planning to do well in the banking examination, this is one of the topics that you must definitely do, which is why we have discussed in the sessions yesterday the different types of questions which come from number series, and I have mainly also focused on the topic of number series based on addition, subtraction, and number series based on properties of numbers. Today I am going to discuss something very different from what we have discussed yesterday, and that is the question topic of wrong number series. So this is a new type of question in this particular section, in which you don't have to find out the missing number. All the numbers are given to you, you have to find out which number is the incorrect number in the series. There is one number which is not following the logic used in the question, right, and that number you have to find out. In this also 2 varieties are there, and I will be discussing both the varieties with you. One is where we just have to find out the wrong number and then choose the answer option based on the number that is wrong, and the second is when we have to find out the wrong number and then we have to create a new series based on the logic used in the question, and then find out what will be the second number or third number in that new series. ठीक है, तो आप क्वेश्चन पहले समझ लीजिए और ध्यान से देखिए क्वेश्चन टाइप क्या है. सीरीज दिया रहेगा, सारे नंबर्स दिए रहेंगे, एक नंबर रॉन्ग रहेगा उसमें. जो नंबर उस सीरीज के लॉजिक को फॉलो नहीं करता है, उस नंबर को पॉइंट आउट करना है, हमें पता करना वो कौन सा नंबर है जो सीरीज के लॉजिक को फॉलो नहीं करता है, राइट. दिस मेक्स द टास्क डबली चैलेंजिंग, अंडरस्टैंडिंग द लॉजिक एज वेल एज फाइंडिंग आउट which number is not following that logic. So that will be the main goal of the class today, to understand the wrong number series and to build an approach towards solving the question by understanding problems through problem discussion. Okay. Now I'll start with an example question first. First let's see the previous session CPP question, that is from the session yesterday. Find the number that should replace the question mark in the following series. We have the numbers given to you 1, 3, 8, 19, 42, 89, and you can see what is the logic used here. The logic is, it's a mixed series. What type of series? Mixed series, where we have something into A and either we are doing plus B or minus B, right. So into A plus B, into A minus B, that means it is not simply multiplication, it is not simply addition, it is both, right. So from 1 to 3, when you see, you multiply into 2 plus 1, so you get 1 into 2 is 2 plus 1 is 3, and from 3 to 8 we do into 2 plus 2, right, into 1 into 2 plus 1. So first number is into 2 plus 1, second number we are doing into 2 plus 2, then we will do into 2 plus 3, into 2 plus 4, and so on, right. So this is a concept. So into 2 is being done for every number we are doubling the number, and then we are incrementing the number by 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So similarly when you go to the last number 89 to the next number, it is 89 into 2 plus 6, which is equal to 184, and that is why the answer for this question is 184, right. So it's a question based on mixed series. Now in today's class, let's look at the first question of wrong number series and understand how this question is to be approached. So when we look at the numbers here, we have 3, next number is 4, then we have 16, 75, 383, 2030, and 12396. So first of all, you see, from starting with 3, which is a single digit number, when second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th number we have almost reached 12,000, 4,000 times. That means what? It means that it is definitely a series based on multiplication. Multiplication will be done, it cannot be simply addition. So it's a multiplication based series. That is the first thing we should understand. So we should think about how can I get 4 from 3, right? So how can we get 4 from 3? And you can say that the method that seems very clear is to do into 1 plus 1. 3 into 1 is 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4, and if we do something like that with 4 and 16, what can be the way, right? Now 4 into 4 is 16, then 16 and 75, 75 is not divisible by 16. So this 4 into 4 logic we cannot use. Try to observe the pattern that we have created in the first number itself, 3 into 1 plus 1. So could it be based on a pattern like this also, 4 into 2 plus 2? Can this work out? Is this the series type? Because understand, this is the series is given to you, we don't know which number is wrong, which number will break the pattern. So if I try this, 4 into 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. So in that case I would think about this number being 10. Can this be wrong? But if 10 is the right number and the series is based on into n plus n, then we should get the next number from 10. So if I go from 10 to 75, 10 into 3 plus 3, then that is equal to 33. But the number is 75, so two numbers can't be wrong. We can't say 16 is also wrong and 75 is also wrong. What does it mean? It means that the logic that we are using here, into n plus n, is not right. We will try something else. It cannot be into n plus n, that is one thing that we can understand very clearly. So let's cancel off this 4 into 2 plus 2 concept. Now think about how else can we go from 4 to 16. So let's say 4 into 3, that is one option, 4 into 3, 12 plus 4. Now into 1 plus 1 and into 3 plus 4, the order does not look very clear, right? Our aim always is to look at an order. Even if I consider this order, 4 into 3, 12 plus 4 is 16, and in that case if 16 is the right number, then 16 into 4 plus 5, how will you go from 16 to 75? So this is not right. What is, again, we have to try and find out a pattern similar to what we have here to go forward in the question. See, 4 into 2 is 8 and 8 plus 8 is 16. Now into 1 plus 1 and into 2 plus 8, what can be the common thing in both of these? One thing is that here we are doing into 1 in the first one, and second one we are doing into 2. That part looks very clear, it looks like a series into 1 into 2. In the first one we are doing plus 1, second one we are doing plus 8. How are 1 and 8 related? You see here, if you are familiar with the squares and cubes of numbers, you will know that 1 cube is 1 and 2 cube is 8. So then I can write this 4 into 2 plus 8 as 4 into 2 plus 2 cube, and then I can write 3 into 1 plus 1 as 3 into 1 plus 1 cube. Now it looks like a correct series to us, into n plus n cube. That is clearly the series in this particular question, into n plus n cube. So why I am discussing all these things, so that you can develop an approach. I can simply write the solution and show you which number is wrong, but how do you build your approach? That is very important. We look for patterns, we look for some pattern to help us solve the question. So now that we know the pattern and 3 and 4 are right, 4 and 16 are right, so what about 16 and 75? So 16 into 3 plus 3 cube, does it give us 75? So we see 16 into 3 is 48, and 48 and 27, we add them, you get 75. So 75 is also right. So now let's go from 75 to 383 into 4 plus 4 cube. 75 into 4 is 300. So into 1 plus 1 cube, into 2 plus 2 cube, into 3 plus 3 cube, into 4 plus 4 cube. So if you see 75 into 4, 300 and 300 plus 4 cube is 64. So we get here up to 364, and that is why we say that 383 is the wrong number here, and the answer becomes equal to C. So more than anything else, just look at the pattern. The way we are discussing this question, the main purpose is to not just simply solve the question, but to see how can we in future build a pattern while solving a similar question in the examination. Okay, so this question we have seen here, and let's move to the next question. The answer for this question is C. 383 is a wrong number in this particular question. Now let's look at the question here. Find out the wrong number in the series given below: 13, 14, 15, 20, 43 and 162. Let's write down the numbers first here: 13, 14, 15, 20, 43 and 162. Starting from 13, we are going to 162. That's not a very big jump. That means this could be based on addition. It could be an addition series. So first we understand this. Always observe the series and try to first figure out what could the series be. It could be a multiplication series or addition series. How much is the increment? That we have to see. So once we know that it is an addition series, why don't we find out the difference of these numbers? 13 and 14 difference is 1. 14 and 15 also difference is 1. 15 and 20 the difference is 5, and 20 and 43 the difference is 23. What is the difference of 43 and 162? So 12 and 3 the difference is 9, and 15 and 4 is 119. Can we find out something in this numbers here? 115, 23, 119. Have we already seen something like this in the previous sessions that we have done? If you have been following the sessions, you will know that this series is a factorial series. What type of series? A factorial series. Based on factorials. You know, factorial means the product of the first n natural numbers. So when you say n factorial, it is nothing but n into n minus 1 and so on up to 1. And I've already discussed with you in a previous question in the previous session that factorials from 1 factorial is 1 and 2 factorial is 2, right? And here we have 3 factorial is 6, 4 factorial is 23. So one should know factorials till at least 6, 7. 4 factorial is 24. 5 factorial is 120. This is 5 here. Okay. 5 factorial 120, and 6 factorial is 720, and so on. Now if you look at these numbers here, 1, this is like 2 factorial minus 1. So 2 factorial is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 5 clearly is 3 factorial minus 1, that is 6 minus 1, 5, 23 is how much? So 23 is 4 factorial minus 1, and then we will do for 119, 119 will be how much? That is 5 factorial minus 1. So we get a pattern here: 2 factorial minus 1, 3 factorial minus 1, 4 factorial minus 1 and 5 factorial minus 1. So in that case the previous one should be 1 factorial minus 1. Now 1 factorial is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So this difference should be 0. If this difference is 0, then this number cannot be 13, this number has to be 14. So which number is a wrong number here? The number which is wrong is 13, and therefore the answer becomes equal to A. Right? So that is how you solve this particular question, by understanding that the difference of the numbers are factorials, and there is a pattern, that is n factorial minus 1. Now, so this question is clear, and you should be familiar with all the properties of numbers that you come along with. For example, squares of numbers, cubes of numbers, factorials of numbers, all of these things are very important. not just for number series questions, but otherwise also when you're solving questions. And let's say you have a question permutation combination which comes in the examination, and you're solving a question of permutation combination and you don't know the value of factorials, it will take a lot of time. So when we're solving questions on permutation combination or probability, factorials must be very important. तो आप एक लिस्ट बना लीजिए कि क्या क्या ज़रूरी है आपके लिए. यू मस्ट नो स्क्वायर्स. स्क्वायर्स आपको 20 तक पता होना चाहिए, 25 तक हो सके तो आप पता कर लीजिए स्क्वायर्स. आफ्टर दैट यूज शॉर्टकट टेक्निक. एंड स्क्वायर शॉर्टकट टेक्निक हमने पहले कवर किया है शॉर्टकट टेक्निक थे वीडियो में. अब क्यूब्स पता होना चाहिए आपको एटलीस्ट टिल 10 एंड इफ पॉसिबल अप टू 15, factorials up to 7, right? Fractions you should know till 20, like 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 up to 1 by 20. These are the bare minimums you should do in addition to knowing multiplication tables. So multiplication table should be the first thing. सबसे पहले तो आप multiplication tables याद करिए. The kind of benefits you get by knowing the multiplication tables is very very much, right? So you have a lot of benefits, and that is why we are saying always that you need to keep learning these things, because ultimately you have to solve all the questions in the examination without using a calculator. So ये क्वेश्चन था, ये फैक्टोरियल बेस था, एडिशन सीरीज है. नंबर्स पे देखिए, पहले आप अप्रोच पे फोकस करना है आपको. पहला नंबर क्या है, लास्ट नंबर क्या है, इंक्रीमेंट कितना हो रहा है, उससे आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि ये मल्टीप्लिकेशन सीरीज है या एडिशन सीरीज है. अगर एडिशन सीरीज है तो इमीडिएटली डिफरेंस फाइंड करेंगे और देखेंगे डिफरेंस में गैप कहाँ पे आ रहा है, कहाँ से हमारा सीरीज ब्रेक हो रहा है, एंड दैट विल हेल्प यू solve the question. So let's move on to the third question here. Find out the wrong number in the series given below. Okay, so all of these are wrong number series questions. So again we see here 13 is the first number, then we have 22, then we have 36, then we have 58, 75, 108 and 147. So we are again going from 13 up to 147. Increment is not very high, so we can say that this is again an addition series. So first you always have to figure out series किस type का है. Addition series है, multiplication series है. Multiplication normally mixed ही होता है. Most of the multiplication series are mixed series, that into a plus b into a minus b, those type of series. तो एडिशन सीरीज है तो पहला स्टेप क्या होगा, फाइंड द डिफरेंस. 13 and 22 difference is 9, 22 and 36 difference is 14, 36 and 58 difference is 22, and 58 and 75 difference is 17. So if you see here 2 and yeah, so we have 17. And 75 and 108. 75 and 108, the difference is given to us as 33, right? So I think this something wrong with the question. First let's correct this part. Okay, this should be 85, just make the correction here, 85, and this should be 118. Let's just keep till here. So make the corrections here, 85, 118, make this number 85, the difference being 27. Okay, let's see what happens with 118 here, and 147, how much the difference is there. So 12 and okay 9 and 39. So let's look at the difference again below here. This is 9 and 5, 14, right? And 14 and 22 is difference of 8, and then again if I take 27, difference is 5, again the difference is 6 here, and difference is 6 here. So I am getting 2 times difference of 5 and 2 times difference of 6. One in between is difference of 8, which is what we have to solve and get the answer. So if we are getting different differences here, 5, 8, 5, and then we have 2, 6, 6, we can clearly see that there is a pattern of continuity here, which is why I corrected the number from 75 to 85. Okay, now 85, so 27 plus 6 is 33, 33 plus 6 is 39, the pattern is of 6 here. So why can't the pattern be of 6 here also? So if I say that instead of 5 the difference is 6, and instead of 14 this number is 15, correct. Then 13 plus 9 is 22, 22 plus 15 will become 37. So this is one possibility, and 37 and 58 difference will then become 21, and 15 and 21 then this will also become 6, and 21 and 6 27. So the entire series will become a constant difference of 6, and that will be perfectly right according to the given question that one number is wrong. So which number is wrong? The number that was wrong is 36. This number should be 37. If you make this 36 as 37, then the entire series will become correct. So if you see here 13, 22, 37, 58, 85, 118 and 118, and this is 47. So difference is here difference is 9, here difference is 15, here difference is 21. So it all becomes correct. So 9 plus 6 15, 15 plus 6 21. So find out the difference at the first level, and after getting the difference at the first level you will see that the series is getting disrupted at a particular point. Look at common differences. What are the constant differences we are getting? Two constant differences we were getting here was 6 and 6. And the other two were 5, 5, but they were not in a progression. That is why I used 6 to build my series, and that clearly shows that only one number is wrong, although this we had to make a correction in this particular question. Okay, alright. So this is the third question. Let's move on to the fourth question. Here we have the series given to us. We have to find out which number in the series is wrong. So we have 8, 20, 35, 59, 86, 118 and 155, correct. So let's first write down the numbers here. 8, and then we have 20, 35, 59, 86, 118, and then we are going to 155. So although the increment is not very high, we can try the difference method here. Let's see the difference of 8 and 20. The difference of 8 and 20 is 12, and this difference is 15, and this difference is 15 plus 9, so that's 24, and here we have 27, and this is 14 plus 18, that is 32, and this is equal to 32 and 5, so 37. So we are getting here some kind of a constant difference. 32 and 37, that is 5, and 27 and 32, which is also 5, 24 and 27, which is equal to 3, and 15 and 24, that becomes 9, okay, and 12 plus 15, again that is 3. So 3, 9, 3, 5, 5. So can we build this series based on a difference of 5 or not? So 2 times we are getting a difference of 5. One is difference of 5 here, and second difference of 5 comes here. So if we take the difference of 5 to build this series, what will happen? So then this 3 should become 5, and then this 15 should become 17. So 8 plus 12 20, and 20 plus 17 will become 37, right, and this difference is 5. So 17 and 5 will become 22, correct. 17 and 5 becomes 22, and 37 plus 22 becomes equal to 59, which becomes correct, and then onwards the series becomes right. 22 and 27 difference is 5. So very similar to the previous question, you have find the difference, look for where the difference is repeating, and then build the series based on that particular difference. So only one number goes wrong, and that one number is 35. So the new series becomes 8, 20, 37, 59, 86, 118 and 155. So that is our new series here. So which number is wrong here? 35 is the wrong number in this particular series. Okay. So this is the fourth question. Now let's look at the previous session contest question. What do we have in this contest question? So we have numbers here 12, 17, 67, 152, 182, and then next is the question mark here, and we have to find out what will come in place of the question mark. This is not a wrong number series question. So 12 and 17 difference is 5, and 17 and 67 difference is 50. 67 and 152, that's a difference of 33 plus 52, that is 85, correct, and 152 and 82, the difference is 30. There is no proper pattern in the difference we have found. 5, 50, 85, 30, 5 into 10 is 50, but then 50 plus 35 is 85, 85 plus again we are going, the difference is reducing, 85 becomes 30. So it's not going to work out with difference. What else could be a possibility? Now this is based on something very, very unique. You see 12 has 2 digits, 1 and 2. Take 1 square and 2 square and add them. So what do we get? 5. And 12 plus 5 is 17. Right. So what we are doing? We are adding the sum of the squares of the digits in the number. Let's try with 17. 2 digits are there, 1 and 7. Take 1 square and 7 square. 49 plus 1, that is 50. And 17 plus 50 is equal to 67. Try with 152. You see 152 has got 3 digits here, 1, 5 and 2. So take the square of these numbers. That will be equal to 30. 4 plus 1, 5 plus 25, 30, and 152 plus 30 is equal to 182. So same thing if we do with 182, 1 square plus 8 square plus 2 square, 64 plus 4, 68 plus 1, 69. So what do we have to add? 182 plus 69, 11 and 24 plus 1, 25. The answer will be, what should come in the place of the question mark? 251. Correct. So the answer is 251. Is a very, very different type of series question. Now we will go to the next question here. The contest time question for the day. Find the number that should come in the place of the question mark in the following series. The numbers are 22, 43, 127, 2521, 15121, 105, 841. So one number is missing. This is a missing number question. What will come in the place of the question mark in the series given on the screen? Solve the question and post that number which should come in the place of the question mark in the comment section. You can look at the series and first figure out what type of series it is, and then using that you can find out the missing number. Alright, let's continue with the session for today, and let's go to the new type of question that we have. Now here you can look at the direction, a lot of information you have in this question. So wrong number series question, in the beginning of the session I told you there are 2 types. One, where you have to find only the wrong number, and second, where we have to form a new series. एक क्वेश्चन होता है जिसमें सिर्फ रॉन्ग नंबर पता करना है और आंसर ऑप्शन में मार्क करना है, दूसरा है रॉन्ग नंबर पता करना है, देन वी हैव टू फाइंड एक नया सीरीज बनाना है उससे, टू फॉर्म अ न्यू सीरीज एंड देन सॉल्व. So let's read the direction here. One number is wrong in the number series given below. You have to identify that number, and assuming that a new series starts with that number, you have to identify that number. Which number? The wrong number. And assuming that a new series starts with that number, which number? Again the wrong number, following the same logic as in the given series. Which of the numbers given in A, B, C, D below will be the third number in the new series? So let's look at these numbers here, 4, and then we have 5, and then we have 6, 27, 91, 485 and 2874. So what all numbers do we have in the series here? That we have to understand, and based on that solve this question. So again you see it's very clear cut case of a multiplication series. This is 4, This is 2874. It's a multiplication series. Let's look at 4 and 5. How can we go from 4 to 5? We can definitely do into 1 plus 1. So 4 into 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 to 6 also we can do into 1 plus 1, but then 6 and 27 definitely we cannot do, and then you can, numbers are increasing so fast, so this logic is not right. The logic of having a constant into 1 plus 1 is not right. Into 1 plus 1 could mean what? Into 1 plus 1 could mean into 1 plus 1 square, it could mean into 1 plus 1 cube, it could even mean into, in an extreme case it could even mean even into 1 plus 1 factorial, right? Understanding? So into 1 plus 1 square, let's try with this first. Into 1 plus 1 square, correct? 4 into 1 plus 1 square is 5, then next number should be 5 into 2 plus 2 square, and 5 into 2, 10 plus 2 square is 14, but this number is 6. It's not 14, and even if 6 is the wrong number, because understand the series is a wrong number series. So even if 6 is the wrong number and I place 14 there, then 14 into 3 plus 3 square will definitely not be 27. So that means this logic is not right. So what can be done? What can be also done is 5 into 2 minus 2 square. 5 into 2 is 10, 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. So yes, this is the final series. The series basically is into 1 plus 1 square into 2 minus 2 square. 6 is right. The next number should be then into 3 plus 3 square. 6 into 3, 18, 18 plus 9, 27, perfectly right. Then next number should be into 4 minus 4 square. 80 plus 28, 108, and then 4 square 16. So what should be here? 92, not 91. What number should come here? 92. Correct, that is the answer for this question. Now if a new series starts with 92, if the first number is 92, 92 into 1 plus 1, that will be 93, and 93 into 2 minus 4 will give you the next number. 93 into 2, that is 186, minus 2 square, 182. So here the wrong number, so 186, and into 2 minus 2 square, the third number we have to find out. 182 should be the right answer. So please make sure you correct here. It's not 180, it's 182. So again you see here the wrong number. Just a minute, just make a correction here. You have to not start the series with 92. We have to start the series with the wrong number. Okay, 1 second. Alright. Start the series with the wrong number. Starting the series with that number which is wrong. So what number was wrong here? 91 was wrong. So 91 into 1 plus 1 is 92, and 92 we have to take 92 into 2, 184 minus 4, that is 180. So the answer is 180. Alright, so the correct answer is 180. So two things you have to do here. First, find the wrong number, and then start the series with the wrong number, not with the right number. So here I just in a hurry did that. I took the right number and started the series. This can happen in your exam also. Please keep this in mind. Start the series with the wrong number and then find out which number will be the third number in the given series. So let's now take the next question and see what we can do with this number. So we have 3, 8, 26, 91, 392, 1985. The directions are same. We have to find out which number is wrong, identify that wrong number, and then form a new series with that wrong number and find out which will be the third number in that wrong series. So 3 and 8, how do we link them? So there are various ways of linking 3 and 8. So we can say 3 into 2 plus 2 is 8. 3 into 3 minus 1 is also 8. And we can also say that here 3 into 1 plus 5 is also 8. So into 1 we can check, with into 2 we can check, with into 3 we can check. If I take 3 into 2 plus 2, and that is the logic used here, into 2 plus 2, then what do we do with 8 and 26? Can we do 8 into 2 is 16 plus 2 is 18. So if 26 is not right, is 18 the right one here? Okay, no, because if you do the same thing with 18 and 91, you are not going to get 91. So that's not a constant thing. If I do into 3 plus 3, 8 into 3 is 24, 24 plus 3 is 27. That looks very close to the answer. It looks like 26 is the answer. 26 is the wrong number. It should be 27. But if I take 27 and I continue with this into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3, then it will be into 4 plus 4. The moment we do into 4 plus 4, 91 also becomes wrong. So that means this is also not working. So into 2 plus 2 is not working. Let's say 3 into 3, 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 into 3, 24 minus 1 is 23. That is also right. So let's see here, can 3 into 3 minus 1 work in all the question or not? So 3 into 3 minus 1, 8 into 3 minus 1, 24 minus 1 is 23. That gives us the right number would be then 23. And if I try with 23 to get 91 into 2 into 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 1, we are doing into 3 minus 1. So 23 into 3 minus 1 will not give you 91. That means this is also not right. Then 3 into 1 plus 5, could this be the right case? If 3 into 1 plus 5 is 8, then 8 into 1 plus 5 is 13, and this number is 26, double of that. So could it be also 8 into 2, 16 plus 10? Now can this be a pattern? See, into 1 plus 5, into 2 plus 10, following into 1 and into 2. Next one should be then into 3. Into 1 plus 5 plus 10, the next one should be plus 15. What is 26 into 3? The 26 into 3 is 78, and 78 plus 15, that gives you 3 and 1, 9. So 93. So if 93 is the right number, and continue with that 93 into 4 plus 20, can it give us 392? So let's see, 4 into 3, 12, 1 in hand, and 4 into 9, 36 plus 1, 372 plus 20, yes, it gives us 392. That means the wrong number is 91, and we have to form a new series with this wrong number. So 91, next number into 1 plus 5, that means 96. Next number into 2 plus 10, that is 12, 18, 192 plus 10, that is 202. So what is the answer here? 202. That's for answer option B. The answer is answer option B. When you form a new series with 91, which is a wrong number, the third number which you get is 202. Now let's go to this question here. 2, 3, 13, 2, 3, 13, 76, 5, 34 and 4, 8, 3, 1. This series is based on what concept? Into 1. So first we get into 1 plus 1. Normally when we do into 1, we try with into 2. 3 into 2 is 9 plus 4, that means plus 4. Into 1 plus 1 square, into 1 plus 1 square, into 2 plus 2 square. Next one should be into 3 plus 3 square then. Now into 1 plus 1 square, into 2 plus 2 square, into 3 plus 3 square is not working here. So what is the problem here? Let's see. 13 into 3 is 39, and 39 plus 9 is equal to 48. 48 is not right answer. So how do we go from 13 to 76? When we say 13 into 5 is 65, that is a good way of trying out. So 13 into 5, 65 plus 9, that is also not giving us the right answer, right? 13 into 5 plus 65. So could the number be wrong here, right? Could this number be the wrong number? So what can be the other logic here? 2 into 1 plus 1 square, 3 into 3, okay, let's see, 2 into 1 plus 1 square, 3 into 3 plus 2 square. If I try this one, can this be the right answer? So 3 into 3 is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13. So this also can be one of the logic. Into 1 plus 1 square, into 3 plus 2 square. This is an odd number sequence, into 1 into 3. So next one should be into 5 plus 3 square. And now it comes very close here. Let's see, 13 into 5 is 65, and 65 plus 9 is 74. So that gets very close to 76. So, and if we try the same thing, into 5, 74, into 7, 7 into 4, 28, 2 in hand, 7 7 is 49 plus 2, 518, plus 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, 16, and that gives you 534, and that is exactly the number which we have here. That means the wrong number, the right number is 74, the wrong number is 76. So we have to now form a series with 76 and find out the third number. So 76 into 1 plus 1 square, that is 76 plus 1, 77, and into 3, that is the next odd number, plus 2 square. So 77 into 3, that is 21, 21 plus 2, 231, plus 2 square, 231 plus 4, that is 235. So what number should come in the right place? 235 should come in the answer option, in the place of the answer. The third number, if the new series starts with the wrong number, then the correct answer, the third number in that new series will be 235. So that is the answer for this question, and then we will see the last question for today. So 12 into 12, 16, 23, 86, 315, 1611 and 9617. 12 and 16 we can again start with into 1 plus 4. Into 1 plus 4 is a pattern, into 1 plus 1 square is a pattern. So if we try that, into 2 plus 2 square, 16 into 2 is 32, that is not going to work. So okay, what can be the next thing? Into 2, so here into 1 plus 2 square, not 1 square, into 1 plus 4, 4 is 2 square, so into 1 plus 2 square, so into 2 plus 3 square. But again, the moment we do plus, 16 into 2 is 32, plus 9 becomes very high. 16 to the 32 plus 9, 32 plus 9, 41. If I try the same thing, then 41 will not give me 86. What if we do into 2 minus 3 square? 16 into 2 is 32, and 32 minus 9 is 23. So this looks like a better approach here. Into 1 plus 23 into 2 minus 9. So next one should be into 3. So we have 2 square here, we have 3 square here, so we will have 4 square here. Into 3 minus 16, into 3 plus 16. So 23 into 3 is 69, plus 16 gives us 85. So that means 86 is not right here, 86 is a wrong number, 85 should be the right number. You will start the series with 86 and find out the third number. So 86 into 1 plus 4 is 90, and 90 into 2 minus 9, 180 minus 9, that is 171. So the correct answer for this question is 171. So these 4 questions we have seen, observe the 4 questions carefully. Normally wrong number series can be a little bit more tricky and difficult to approach in the exam than simply finding out the number in the place of the question mark. Plus, if the wrong number series is also based on forming a new series with the wrong number and then finding out the third number in that particular series, it still takes a little bit more time. Okay, so practice is the only thing that you can do, and try to get familiar with as many possible patterns as you can come across, so that when you see a question in the examination, you can try out the known patterns to figure out what will be the right answer for this particular question. Okay, so watch the video again, try solving the questions once more, so that you become completely confident in solving wrong number series questions in the examination. So now is the time for the class practice pack, in which I have given you 10 questions from wrong number series question. Those who have passport access can start solving the questions from the class practice pack immediately. The question that most of you get wrong, I will be discussing in my next session. So best of luck to you, and thank you.